Ever After, a Once Upon a Time podcast, Season 1, Episode 16, Heart of Darkness. Mary Margaret hires Mr. Gold as her attorney after Emma is forced to arrest her for the murder of David's wife. I am your host, Molly Southgate, and with me is
Martha Southgate
and Rob Southgate. Are we going to talk that way the whole time?
What way?
Whatever.
No? You have nothing to say?
No.
That's
okay.
how we were saying. Okay. What did you like about this episode? Start us off.
I really liked, it was cool to see that Snow White could turn like that. Oh, my favorite scene. What's your favorite scene, Mom?
Oh, you want me to go?
Way to lay it on Mom.
My favorite scene. Let's see. I think it's when Henry keeps trying to out his mother, and he goes up to Emma and he says, "Look, I am going to prove that it's my mom, and I stole the keys from her office, and it's going to open the door to Mary Margaret's apartment."
Right.
And
that was good.
Did.
That was
And
good.
I
They're going
loved
through the different rings, or the keys on the ring, and then he's like,
her
one more.
key had the heart.
Oh, it did? I didn't see that.
Yeah, each key had a symbol.
Yeah, we noticed that
hers
before.
had the same heart. We saw it in something else earlier in the episode. I can't remember.
Was it the same heart that Rumpelstiltskin had for the love vial?
Yes.
Oh, the love vial.
Love vial.
What are you talking about?
Never mind.
Never you mind, O'Brien.
All right, what was your favorite scene?
What was your favorite scene?
I loved it when Snow White was like, when she was all humming a sweet song, a Disney song. And the bird was singing with her. And then she took a broom and started whapping it and getting it out of...
So great.
I kept thinking, that's not Snow White. What the heck is beating up birds? And then it turned out it was because of the potion.
Yeah,
but that was so funny.
Very funny.
La, la, la.
And the song she was doing was from the Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs Disney movie.
I don't remember what song it is. Maybe it was Let It Go.
No, it was...
That's from Frozen.
I could do it, but I'm not...
Oh, can you? Let's hear it.
She was just humming it, though.
No, just hum it. Let's hear it. Na da da da. Na da da.
No, that was
That's
Cinderella.
Okay.
Okay, so what was your favorite
Wow,
scene?
way to dodge the humming. You know, I just liked a lot of this. It wasn't one of these. It wasn't like the last one where there was a lot of action and
that
things.
was my favorite.
But this was a really great story.
And it
the
moves
whole thing,
it along.
It does. And the whole thing of Snow White and the dwarves was really good. If I had to pick, I had two favorite scenes.
Okay.
One of them was just because it was awesome, and it was kind of a continuation of last week. It was the very beginning when we saw Charming talking to Red.
Yeah.
And then she takes she says,
I
escape.
love that too.
And she says, she takes the red cloak off and she turns into the wolf and attacks the knights.
That was really
cool.
And then her eyes, when she took it off, they were going like wolf's eyes.
Yeah,
turning
so
into like
good.
little slits. Like wolf's
And then
eyes.
the other scene that I loved actually had one of my favorite quotes too.
Okay.
Actually, I think it was my favorite quote, so I'm going to jump right to that. When Snow had already turned into Crabby Snow. Mm-hmm. Dirty Snow, we'll call her.
Dirty Snow? No!
I don't know. Icy Snow?
Icy.
Something. She was talking to the dwarves, and they were like, "You've changed." And she's all angry at him. They're like, "You're angry." And Lucky, or not Lucky, Happy. I don't know who Lucky is. Lucky the dwarf. Happy goes, "You broke my mug," and she goes, "You're lucky it wasn't your that mug you call your face."
Right.
I screwed that up, but you know what? I'm not a paid actor to do the lines correctly. So.
I also loved
really
the
funny.
intervention when they had Jiminy.
Oh my gosh, that was so funny
Jiminy
too.
Cricket come and do an intervention because she was so out of control, and they were trying to get her to see that she was very far off track, and it didn't work.
Something that was interesting that I
they all
noticed.
had these slips of paper that they would read.
Yeah.
Something I thought was interesting that I'm sure it's been here before, but for some reason it just didn't enter my my consciousness here was if you watch Jiminy Cricket, he has that thing around his neck. He has like a gold horn.
Yeah.
And that's his amplifier.
Oh.
I noticed it in these scenes earlier, like, oh, why does he have that gold thing around his neck? And then when he was talking to Charming later, and he kind of turned to the side, I could see that it kind of had that horn shape, and I realized, oh, of course, he's a cricket. They couldn't hear him, but that thing amplifies it, and that's how he's able to talk. So just those details
like
are
a bullhorn.
Yes. Those details are really cool.
Interesting. I didn't notice that. What was your favorite scene?
You mean line?
Either way. Yeah.
Okay. I loved it when Henry was talking to August, and he said, yeah, last time I tried to give my friends proof, I got trapped in a sinkhole.
Yeah.
I love that there's still some mystery with August, and I love that he revealed himself somewhat.
And what did
to
he
Henry.
tell Henry? What did he tell Henry about his book?
Oh, he knew it was real.
He believes. Isn't
Yes.
that fantastic?
Well, I love
I
that
knew
line.
that, you knew that from when he got there.
You do?
Right.
You think so?
Yeah, I kind of knew that, I think he's gonna believe.
He knew that something was up. We knew that right away, didn't we? You know, I
I
like...
haven't figured out who he is yet.
No. And
Oh!
I like something he said to Henry, too. It wasn't a specific line. I don't remember what the line was. But when he said to him, the thing about how I'm a writer, and the first place I'm going to look is more literary. And that makes so much sense. And it also makes sense then to Henry, because where does Henry go every time?
Yeah.
Right to the book.
And that's what he told him. He said, go to the book.
Right.
Look at the book. And then
Look
Henry
at the
pulled
book.
it out and opened it up to Prince Charming. And it went into...
Now, here's a weird thought. I can't imagine how this would be, but we don't know who Henry's father is. Obviously, Emma would recognize this guy if it was Henry's father. But could he...
Henry's father was, he wasn't...
Did we see him?
Wasn't he? No. But wasn't he, a bad, yeah.
Was he?
Yeah.
Well, see, because what I'm wondering is,
This
just
is
from what we just said, he goes to the literary first, he's involved in the book. Henry is. He seems to be really nice to Henry. Is there something there? Does he know something? Is he related to Henry in some weird way that we haven't put together?
Oh my gosh.
Could it be?
What if... No, this is crazy.
This is crazy.
What if Snow White had a son?
Oh, no, that would be Emma's brother. Then it would be like Luke and Leia in Star Wars, where they were kind of on a date and it's weird. It's getting weird, isn't it? Yeah.
But that's a good theory, that he's his uncle.
That could be. We didn't see them, kiss or anything, did we?
No.
No. Oh, no, in fact, it was very harmless. He took her out to the well and showed her the well. And, it could be a son. It could be. He's got the same facial hair as his dad.
Who? I don't know.
If Charming is his dad, are we talking about the same
Charming's his
show?
Dad.
Welcome to the Ever After podcast, where
You
I give a
lost
lot
me
of
there
crazy
for a
theories
second.
and you two are asleep.
Uh-huh.
So Snow
but
White...
I kind of give some crazy theories, too.
Yes.
I'm in between. I am asleep, and then I give crazy theories.
Right.
And literally, I'm on the couch in between my parents.
Yes. So go ahead, Martha. What were you saying?
Why don't you tell us what happened with Mary Margaret in this episode?
Wow. Guess what?
What?
Emma had to arrest her, and because her fingerprints were on a box.
Right.
Were in a box.
We saw that last episode that they said that.
With Catherine's heart in it.
Oh, well, yeah, and we found out.
And it was her Mary Margaret's jewelry box.
Right. Well, you gave a lot of information there. We found out it was revealed to us that it was Mary Margaret's jewelry box, even though those look just like the heart boxes that the Queen has. So that's interesting. And then the DNA evidence came back that it was Catherine's heart.
I'm still not sure on how that...
Well, here's what I think. Do you have ideas on that, Molly? How can that be Catherine's heart?
I think she's alive. I think maybe in fairy tale world, something happened to her heart.
I think so, too. Well, I think Regina took her heart, because if you look at how Catherine has been through the series so far...
Yeah, she's always been, with Regina on everything.
Yeah, and it's not that it's not even the same where she's controlled by her.
No.
She seems
Unemotional
off of her, not her
Even-
real self, because especially after last time when we talked about her story, what her real story is, she doesn't match up to that character.
No.
And she didn't get upset when she said, I just want you guys to be happy, whatever, I'm just going to go find my new life. That's not normal for people to not be emotional in a situation like that. She just was, so if it would make sense that if she didn't have her heart from back in fairy tale land, that she would be rather unemotional.
Right.
And because you can see that played out in Wonderland with the knave.
Yes.
And it played out in other storylines where someone has had their heart removed and they've just kind of been very level.
And I think Regina's using this because Catherine's disappeared. And she's using this to frame Mary Margaret to cause this trouble.
So she just went to that vault, to the tomb, and took the heart out.
Here's the problem with that. If Catherine turns back up and the DNA evidence says that's her heart, how do you explain that?
Right.
Because in the real world, if somebody has your heart, guess what?
You're dead.
You are way dead.
Mm-hmm.
So Mary Margaret's in jail. What characters believe her story and what characters believe she's guilty?
Well, let's start with believing.
Okay.
Emma and Henry,
Right.
they believe it. Is there anybody else?
Well,
I think Mr. Gold.
I think Mr. Gold does, and I also think, to a point, David believed her completely. It
And now
wasn't
he doesn't.
until that dream.
But the dream, she had long hair.
Right,
She
right.
got
She
really
looked
long
like
hair.
Snow, which it's clearly not, but he's seeing a memory, so he's so confused by this. But how cool is that the fairy tale land, once again, we see it bleeding over into Storybrooke.
When he was hypnotized, he remembered.
Yeah. Well, and Mr. Hopper seemed very taken aback by that. Like, what did you see? What's going on? Because he's getting that bleed through too. Didn't we have that in his episode where he was kind of getting some clues that something was going on? When he was trapped in the well, didn't he kind of get that clue? Here, I think that's why he reacted that way, because it wasn't just what memories did you have. It was like, oh my gosh, what did you see?
Yeah.
Because
What
he's
did you
seeing
see?
something.
Yeah.
So I think we're going to start seeing, I don't know how they're going to do it, but I think we're going to start seeing the fairy tale land bleed more into Storybrooke.
Yeah. I think it's just gonna... Oh, spoiler alert. In the fourth season,
Fourth
guess
season.
what? They introduce Wicked Witch. The Wicked Witch.
in third season.
Yeah, in third
And
season.
from, Dorothy, I think they have to introduce Dorothy.
You think?
And then they introduce flying monkeys. You wanna know what my favorite line from the preview?
Because she saw the preview.
Oh,
My favorite line from the preview.
From the preview. Okay, for season 3. What was your favorite line?
Somebody was like, there's something in this town, and now flying monkeys in this town? There's something and now flying monkeys in this town? That's how I knew there's flying monkeys.
Yeah,
All right, let's go back to the story at hand. Where did Emma find the murder weapon?
In Mary
Wait.
Margaret's heat
We don't know if it's a murder weapon. She found a knife.
But
Right, it's
in air quotes,
implicating her.
yes,
Mary Margaret.
They believe
So where did she find it?
murder weapon.
In her air vent, in her bedroom.
Yes. Now that was a funny line when Emma told that to Mary Margaret.
She's like, I don't even know where my own where the heat vent in my bedroom is.
Even though it's big and it's right in the
It's
middle of the room.
right in the room. But you know what? I believed her.
Yeah.
I don't think she has a clue that's what it is. That was really funny.
It
Now,
looks like decorative things.
Mr. Gold was back. We got some more Mr. Gold. Now
And Rumpelstiltskin.
Wait,
who is
we're talking about Gold.
I know, but I have to just say, he cracks me up.
But
I can do the Rumpelstiltskin laugh.
let's hear it. But he shows up, Mr. Gold shows up, and offers to be Mary Margaret's lawyer.
Yeah.
And Emma doesn't want this to happen,
And I was
right?
like, you're a lawyer?
Right?
Yeah, right.
He said,
Of
why do you
course he
think I
is.
know so much about contracts?
Right. And
'Cause
she
he's
says you shouldn't get involved with him, but Mary Margaret kicks her out because She feels she needs legal representation.
Yeah,
but she says to Emma, do your job, prove me innocent, and then we don't have to go this route. But if we have to, I gotta have a lawyer. He's a good one to have.
And Mr.
Even though
Bob,
you're going to get in a nasty contract with him, if anyone could figure a way out, it's going to be this guy.
And he said, no payment necessary. I'm doing this because I'm invested in your future.
Yeah,
and then he says that in the fairy tale world.
Right, when he's Rumpelstiltskin, he says the same thing.
He gives her a bow and arrow and a map to kill the queen as the queen goes on her way to the summer palace. And he says, the same thing. Yeah, no payment necessary. I'm just invested in your future.
Yeah.
Now, here's a question. If he's invested in their future, that means, in my opinion, that he's going to take their child. Does he know that Emma is their child?
I don't think that's what he was doing. I think he was... I don't know. I think that he was doing it because...
he literally is invested in their future.
I think there's something else going on.
If it was our future, it'd be penny stocks, just so you know.
What's pennies? Yeah.
We wish.
Happenings.
Penny stocks.
What is this?
Okay, so another favorite line.
Yes.
Regina is talking to David, and she says, evil isn't born, it's made. And later on, Rumpelstiltskin says it.
Yes, that was awesome.
Yeah.
They did that a couple times in this episode where there are throwbacks to lines. As somebody said it in Fairy Tale, it came up again in
Real World.
Storybrooke. Yeah.
Regina says, evil isn't born, it's made. And then David says, with all due respect, I don't think you know about evil.
Yeah, right. Like she's so innocent.
And she's staring right in front of him, right? So they're only a few inches apart.
And she's evil.
And she says, evil doesn't always look like evil. Sometimes it's staring us right in the face.
And she's evil, and she was staring right at him.
That was absolutely
kind of like Mom staring at me right now.
What?
And yeah, I'm staring at you.
Uh-oh, are you the evil one? Who's the evil one in this group?
Mom.
Statistics say 1 in 3 is evil. I think it's Molly.
What? You're blaming everybody.
Why aren't you guys talking about the show?
We are.
We're
So
joking.
after this, David goes and talks to Mary Margaret because he's confused by this dream. He's confused by his thing with Regina. He goes and talks to her, and he wants to ask her about it. And justifiably, she gets really upset.
Why does she get upset?
She gets upset because he is kind of blaming her.
Well, yeah,
And she stood with him when it was
right.
her,
That's
and
why
now
she's upset.
He's just blaming her.
Well, I don't know if he's blaming her as much as he's really trying to figure it out. But to her, the fact that he's even asking feels like he's blaming her, or that he thinks
that he really thinks she could be capable
she could
of
do
that.
it. And she said, "You really think I could be that evil?"
Right.
So yeah, that was understandable. But boy, what a tough scene. And David leaves because she kicks him out. Right. Now, what does she find?
She finds a skeleton key when she's making her bed.
Yes.
She takes it, and she can unlock the jail.
Now, how do you think that key got there?
Henry
Martha, you had an idea.
Emma.
I think it was either Henry and Emma or one or the other.
Okay.
I think it could have just been Henry because Emma did not.
It has to be just Henry because Emma had no idea.
Emma did not appear to be going, look under the bed. Giving her any indication.
Well, and she can't because she had that earlier scene where she said to Mary Margaret, we have to handle this just right
Exactly.
or Regina's going to win. If she gives the key and Mary Margaret escapes, she's a fugitive.
Yes.
Regina's going to win.
Yep.
So she cannot
So that was
let that
Henry.
happen.
Yeah.
It was Henry. Now, how he got in there, I don't know.
Well, he opened the door. She was probably sleeping.
Oh, and he snuck it in?
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
That's a good one.
Or maybe they took her out for a shower or something.
They took her for a shower.
There doesn't appear to be a bathroom in there, so
No.
maybe it was during a bathroom break.
So, the other thing I wanted to talk about was the breakfast.
Yeah. The breakfast.
Molly,
I
what
knew
did
you
you
two
say?
guys were going to talk about this.
Well, Molly was so funny during that scene. What
I'm
did
like,
you...
eat breakfast before you leave.
Yeah, because Emma brought Mary Margaret breakfast.
Like coffee, ham, and eggs.
Yeah.
And then what happened at the very end? We see that the cell is empty, and what did you say?
At least she took the breakfast.
Right? Now, what do you think her breakfast was?
Well, she already said eggs and ham.
Oh, no. I bet bacon and or sausage and eggs.
Oh, you're making me hungry.
Pancakes. Definitely
You're
pancakes.
making me
I think it was a
hungry.
Moons Over My Hammy.
I would hope she didn't go there.
Well, it's a homemade one by Granny.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't have to be from Denny's. It can be Granny's.
So, when Rumpelstiltskin helped Snow White before, all he asked for was one of her strands of hair.
Right.
Yeah.
And we never knew what that was about.
When he helped Prince Charming,
He asked for his cloak.
and then
Right, because he said it was cold.
he took one of the hairs off of it and put it, he said he only had one space left on his shelf. He only needed to be able to bottle true love.
Right.
When he put their strands of hair together, they glowed and sort of spun around.
And he said magic was the most powerful magic of all. Magic or
Love.
love? Love is the most powerful
Magic is the most powerful magic of
That
all.
makes no sense.
That makes no sense.
Yep.
whatsoever.
Now I'm not paying attention to this podcast.
I think me and Mom are holding the eye.
Yeah, I think so.
I liked when Snow White went back to the cottage and apologized to the dwarves. That was
Yeah.
a very sweet
That
scene.
was great. And she gave Happy a new mug.
Yeah.
What did she say there? Do you remember?
It's the only thing I could fix that I broke.
Yeah.
What a great
I
line.
loved that line.
Although she did fix it because even Grumpy gave her a big hug. He was so happy.
What?
Yeah.
He was.
And they all
And
got
then-
up and did a group hug.
They did
Yeah.
a big group hug. And then she said she had to go off and find David. And what did the dwarves
No,
do?
Charming.
Charming.
So she apologizes to the dwarves, and then she says, "Well, I have to leave," because he said they said you can have your room back, and she said, "No, I have to leave. King George kidnapped Charming,
Yeah.
and I have to go and save him." And what did they say?
They're like, you can go do this. And she's like, I have to. And he's like, no, that's not what I meant. You can't do it alone.
Yeah.
Right.
Unfortunately, you don't have to. So all of them.
And he says the king or somebody is going to find out what Snow White and the seven dwarves can do.
Yeah.
So Sticky's not. It must be dead by this point. You remember the one? I don't know his name.
Stealthy.
Stealthy.
Sticky sounds weird. That sounds
I don't
gross.
think there's a sticky.
No, it was Stealthy. I couldn't remember his name.
Sticky
I-
sounds kind of gross.
I almost called him Sweaty, but then I changed
Oh,
it.
gross. Oh, I'm gonna barf.
Those are the worst seven dwarves. The other seven dwarves: Sticky, Sweaty, Spongy.
Oh,
Yeah, they're all got S's.
barfy.
Barfy. All right.
So what role would you play if you could be any character so far from
I would-
Once Upon a Time?
I might be either Henry or Regina. That would be. I like Regina.
Ooh, you like to be the evil ones, huh?
No, Regina's not. Henry's not evil.
Well, Regina.
Yeah, but that would be cool to play because she has the prettiest outfits.
Yeah, you
I
like her clothes.
I like her clothes and I like her outfits.
And it would be fun to be to get to be naughty.
It's
Yeah.
always fun to play the bad guy.
Yeah.
It is. It's not good to be the bad guy,
No.
but to play the bad guy, it's the best.
I'd like to be Emma.
You'd be Emma, and I think you would be Emma.
I might be Henry.
Yeah, Henry would be a fun character to play.
Uh-huh. I'm gonna steal your...
Not as much fun though as one who gets to live in fairy tale world though, because they get like Snow White. Maybe I would like to be Snow White because she.
Yeah.
Oh no, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't.
No.
But it would be fun. Red.
Yeah!
Red.
Oh, Red would
And
be
then you
a
could turn
great-
into the wolf.
I could turn into the wolf, and I
And you're
could wear
hungry
that
like the
cute
wolf, aren't you?
cloak.
Uh-huh. What?
I'm not hungry like the wolf.
That was
I
a-
am now that she mentioned
That was a little
breakfast.
Duran reference for you there.
Yeah.
So what character would you
Oh my gosh.
play?
I don't know.
Mr. Gold.
Oh, Mr. Gold would be the best. Mr. Gold. But I don't think I'm like Mr. Gold.
You're not supposed to. It's acting.
Okay,
We're
it's
saying-
acting!
We're saying if you got
If
to
you
be
could
any
act
character.
any part,
Right.
I'd be Mr. Gold. I'd love that. All magic comes with a price.
Magic comes with a price.
All right, let's wrap up.
I'm a great impressionist, right?
I can tell you're very, very little. All right, let's
Very little. I'm
end
not too
it.
little. I'm almost taller than Mom.
Well, that doesn't take much.
All right, we're going to end this now.
Thanks for listening, everybody. You can find past episodes of our Ever After podcast at our website, which is...
www.s1e16.com. SouthgateMediaGroup.com.
Find us on Facebook. Just look for the Ever After Podcast. You can find us on Twitter. I'm at rsouthgate. Martha, you do the Twitter at
SMG Pods.
Yep, and we tweet about this show and all of our different shows that we have. There are some 30 shows right now, so there's lots of things, lots of content. You can find us on iTunes, on Stitcher, on Podbean, on Podomatic, on anything that says pod at the front, I guess. Boy, I think that, find us on Instagram, find us on Tumblr. Basically just find us. That's about it. Rate us and review us too. That really helps. We really appreciate it when you do it. And keep the communication going. We love talking with fans. We've been getting great tweets and great things back and forth. We love that. So thank you very much. Last thing, you can send us an email at southgatemediagroup@gmail.com. Now let's end this thing the way every great fairy tale ends.
Happily ever after.
The
end.
If you would like to donate to help pay for this and other Southgate Media Group podcasts, simply go to our website, southgatemediagroup.com, and click on the donate button. It can be as little as $1 or, well, as much as you want. Help keep this fun going by supporting this and our other shows. Thanks again for listening, everyone. You're the best fans in the world.